All right, we just got a video finished about going over a EZGO PDS controller, okay? So we know the controller's working. We know all the other accessories and switches on the golf cart is working, but we think the motor is bad. Well, here's your motor. EZGO PDS motor. And I always said, you know, I like to check these right here on the cart. It's gonna be a little hard to check it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this right here off the cart so we can check the motor and see if the motor is fine by using a 12-volt battery. See, someone's already written EZGO TXT PDS on this motor here. First thing I like to do, take a scuff pad, scuff it up somewhere. We're gonna test the field right here, which is part of the can here. We're gonna test this to ground. We're also gonna test the armature right here, A1 and A2, to ground as well. We should have continuity between these two terminals. We should have continuity between these two. We should not have continuity between the fields and the armature. So should have no continuity there, no continuity here, none here, or none here. So I already got my multimeter. I got it set to continuity. When you touch the terminals together, you hear an audible beep, like so. Went ahead and took the flap wheel, flap disc on this side of the motor, flap disc on the case as well, okay? We should have continuity between those two. It's gonna be kind of hard doing this with one hand, trying to film it as well, but we're gonna see what we can do here. Okay, we have continuity between those. Let's see if we have continuity between this and anywhere else. None there, none here, none here, none here. So that should be good. Now let's test continuity between the armature. That's good. Between the A1 and F2, no continuity, that's good. A1 and F1, no continuity, that's good. Let's check continuity between F1 and F2. We have it there, that's good. F1, A2, none, that's good. F1, A2, or A1, none, that's good. So with that being said, this should run. So what we're gonna do to test it, we're gonna put a jumper between F1 and A1, a jumper between F2 and A2, and we're gonna apply 12 volts of power on either terminal. So positive here, or positive here, negative here, it really doesn't matter. All right, got my digital multimeter hooked up to a battery, showing 13.25 volts. Got my positive, negative here. It's going down to that Chen's lithium battery right there. 13.25 volts, right? Now I went ahead and put my negative down here on A1, and my negative up's going to A2. See, it just popped. Something's grounding out. Something's grounding out here, and nothing is wanting to turn here. So the can's got 2 bolts right here holding, I guess you'd call this the, I don't know, the main housing, or I call this the can. I don't really know what this right here is called. Maybe the armature bearing housing or something. It's gonna have 2 bolts, one here, one down here. It's gonna take a 3/8 socket to get off. I'm gonna go ahead and remove those bolts, get them out here so we can break apart this right here motor. All right, went ahead and got them apart here. And noticing in here, just looking inside of this, it doesn't appear to be bad from what I can see. Maybe it needs a good blowout, but I was really mainly wondering if there was anything that was shortening between here and the case itself. But this right here looks to have the insulator between the two. Now on the armature side of the case down here, looks like this right here could definitely use a brush. The brush looks decent here. This brush looks decent. And this right here could definitely use a brush. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is remove the armature from this right here place here. And we need to get the speed sensor out. Speed sensor has a C-clip in it. Once we get the C-clip out, we're gonna pinch the speed sensor itself, not pulling the wire, but we're gonna pull the, the speed sensor out that way. There's gonna be a magnet in it with a bolt going through the magnet. All right, I got the motor. Got them on some lift blocks here. Looking up in here, the armature should come out without hitting the lift blocks, so we should be good. I'm using a 1/2 inch socket extension here just to drive that out. Just an update, as I tap it, it starts to slide out there. And look down here, it's starting to get a little bit lower as well. I hope you can see this. I don't have a camera tripod at the moment. There it goes. I wasn't even hitting it hard. So I did something I shouldn't have done. I started messing with it before I turned the camera on. And let me show you exactly what I was doing. Doing this. Sometimes the brushes can get stuck inside the holder, okay? And it won't move back and forth for this right here little spring. See here? This one's moving. This one was moving, but this one was not moving. It was stuck. That wouldn't move at all. And looking at it here, it looks like, I don't know, it looks to me, it just doesn't look the same as these other ones here. But it's moving now. There could have been some brush dust in here or something. But this one looks to be a decently sized brush. This one here looks to be okay. This one looks good here. And this one looks to be okay. So I think our main problem was this one right here was sticking. I might take some compressed air and try to blow in here as much as I can. I might do that outside so I don't breathe in any of this right here dust from the brushes, like brush dust or anything. Well, I didn't pull this one apart. I pulled apart the one that came off the cart. Now, this has, I want to say this is brush dust all in here. I mean, it's just coming out, just everywhere, every nook and cranny. This brush going in and out. This one's going in and out. This one's going in and out. This one's not. This brush right here is stuck. And it's probably stuck because the brush dust has gotten into these little crevices here, so the spring's not pushing it in or out. See, I'm trying to push it in and out. I can't push it in and out. That's what's going on with this right here motor brush. All right, well, I hopped on Amazon and I got some new brushes. They just came in today. It's a few days later from the last scene or clip. So we need to install the brushes next because, like I said, some of these brushes are just wore out. Like the top one and the one on the right, those are worn down more than the bottom and the left one is. So we take this whole ring right here out. So I did 8mm nut driver, 2 of these small bolts here. It's gonna take this right here whole assembly out. We can replace it, and then once we replace it, we'll put it back in there. All right, got the new brushes out the package. What can you expect on the new brushes from 10LOL on Amazon? Well, you're looking about 1 inch of brush, I believe. Maybe, no, a little bit longer than that. So about 1 inch and 3/16 of brush. Now, where does that compare to the worn out brush here? Well, there you go. There's a comparison. That's how much brush is wore off of it. All right, I got my new brushes installed. If you see anything different on here, well, it is. When I took it off, the brushes that was on here, one went from here, here, and here. The other one went from here, here, and here. But I inspected that, another one that I had, which was this one, even though it's broken on one side. And, well, this one is going here and here, and this one here is going from here and here. So then I'll start thinking, well, Is the outside right? Because how they had it on the outside, this was up against the metal, then this, and then a nut. And it just makes more sense to put the insulator first, the washer, and then the nut. And I looked over here, and well, that's the way that one is. So that might have been what was causing this to short out on the motor. With that being said, we went ahead and got new brushes in here. Now, before I put the armature back into the motor, I'm gonna take this red Scotch-Brite pad. I'm gonna go over it and see if we can shine up where the brushes meet the armature on here. Make a little bit better connection. Perfect? Not really. Better than it was? I think so. All right, got the motor in. Next thing we're gonna do is take these springs and load them up onto the back here, just like that. So now it's pressed up against it. And trying to do it with one hand and a phone, so bear with me. There's number 2. Here's number 3. And there's number 4. All right, got a motor, put that together. Got my battery. Let's test it out here. I'm gonna have to lean you guys up. This is my situation, but I never ridden your cart before, so I don't know how fast it's supposed to go, but